Hello and welcome to the second episode of the season.
Yeah,
and we're on a bit of a tear, man. Getting episodes recorded. It's we're making up for lost time here. So good to see you again, Mike.
because nothing much happened in the year and a half that we didn't have to do these videos.
Well, I like it that at least you got a haircut, because people, if they were to see you, they're like, you're wearing the same thing as last time. You paid a lot of money for this jersey.
This has been an ongoing thing on the channel, my Vegas fandom and my love for that city.
So I love it how we have a thing now.
It's a thing.
It's an arc.
It's a thing.
Continuing season.
Have you not seen the default picture of our channel?
Yeah, no,
it's there.
Oh man, welcome back to another episode of Life Chats. In this week's episode, I guess Michael will do the introduction.
Yeah, sure.
We basically, you explain.
Sure. Okay. So this comes from a new, I guess, listener when the channel was dormant, and
I love that.
Love from Germany.
Cool. Do we know anyone there?
I do, actually.
Cool.
Do you?
I don't.
Well, now we know someone else.
Nice.
Lotte Karotte. Sorry, I don't know if that's real or not. I don't know. You never know.
All I say is let's hope that she's a sub to the channel, because we're giving her a shout out, and she
could be him.
And we're giving them a shout out.
There we go.
And they don't even know it.
Don't cancel us yet.
Hopefully, yeah.
Don't let us cancel ourselves. Okay. But they said, hey, can you do a Q&A? More on that later. And a chat about who you are, what you do, and why you're on YouTube. And now that was 10 months ago. But that also goes to show that we didn't really tune into our own stuff for the period of time. So we've never really talked about how we met, how we became best buds.
I think we take it for granted because we've known each other for a long time.
And stuck together for a long time.
Yeah, it's been going on 25 years. It will be next year. 2006? No, 2006?
No, that's not
15. I need to count.
Yeah. But I think it's a little
rip.
Okay, you go.
No. But so you and I have known each other for a long time. We put up with each other for even longer, and I feel a lot of people don't really know.
Why?
I mean, we talk. We know how to fill silence, but not really. I mean, we do talk about us too, but not about the look into who we are, where we came from, how we met.
Yeah.
So springboarding off that person's content idea, love it. We thought we would kind of go into how we met each other and some of the inspiration behind even making YouTube videos to begin with. So you were saying that we met before high school. We didn't really know each other. We knew of each other. We played sports together.
We did. I mean, so I'm gonna go. Okay, that joke I can start at the beginning, but I need to go further back. We met as young kids. We must have been 6 or 7. We playing soccer, and it was the green team. And for whatever reason, I can never find that picture anymore. But it was my first. Definitely my first year of soccer, and you were on that team. And I don't remember who else was on that team, but our parents had worked together throughout the years, and all that, so they knew of each other.
Yeah, and
then we didn't play on the same team again until we were like 12, 13 years old. So, but in that course of time, I would see Kevin on different teams and stuff like that. Remember the Joe Heinen tournament in soccer?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, so I would see Kevin around there and his family and stuff like that. So we were friendly.
We weren't friends.
I mean, I got along with most of everybody.
I think the joke's been kind of played to death, but I feel because I wasn't the most athletically inclined, and that's putting it very nicely, because I wasn't an athlete and you were a jock, I don't think that we had much in common. And at that age, it was doomed to failure. We had no common interests. We knew of each other.
Yeah.
Obviously, we got along. Where it was. I don't really remember the green team as much
as the silver team.
The silver team,
I remember more.
Yeah, just because I guess that was more recent. But it was nice to know at tournaments and whatnot that you would be there, and it was a familiar face. And I'm like, oh, I know that kid, and vice versa. I think you're just like, I think. Yeah,
Kevin.
So, it was, and obviously we didn't, and we were 7, the first time around and maybe like 10.
No, my mustache was in full force by then, so I had to do
Okay,
at least 12.
so at least 12. So, so you kind of look at that time, and we didn't hang out outside of soccer. We didn't go to the same elementary school, so we really didn't see each other outside of sport.
Well, yeah, and I played for my soccer elementary school, and Kevin
did
was
not.
in a band, maybe, playing a flute somewhere. Let's skip ahead to high school, and it was second semester, grade 9. Now, I don't remember much about my time there because who needs to be reminded, at least for me. But I do remember second semester, Miss Patterson's class, grade 9, religion, because,
So to put it into perspective, this was 2000. This was
2007.
This was spring 2007.
No, winter, because like the
January. Yeah. So this was beginning of 2007, and we were forced into the same classroom. Not forced. We were fortunate enough to be.
Miss Patterson, she was great.
She was actually one of my favorite teachers.
I loved her. Are you kidding?
Yeah, she was phenomenal.
Yeah.
So we went to and again, just having known of each other, we had to deal with the most tense moment in high school, and that was picking who you're going to sit next to for the whole semester. So it was. I think we just kind of saw each other. We're like, okay, we'll just hang out, and sure enough, that kind of blossomed then into. Yeah. I remember. So again, with this being 2007, text messages weren't really a thing. No. Facebook was not even. Instagram was not even a dream yet. But I remember we corresponded a lot that summer via email, via Hotmail at the time.
On my Yahoo account.
Because we didn't have any other means, and we're like, hey, you know what? And that was kind of, I was kind of thinking, okay, I'd have the one class with you. I don't know about you. I didn't think that we would ever in a million years think that you and I would become best friends. I doubt it.
I don't know. I didn't give much thought to it, to be honest, if I have to go back. I mean, there was a lot of email correspondence, but then October 2007, we were all getting Facebook, so that was like grade 10, so we would write on each other's walls and stuff like that. Yeah. So, but we kept that going, and I don't really remember much about that class. I just remember I annoyed you all the time because I always made you uncomfortable. It's funny how things kind of are now like ironic because I used to annoy Kevin and I'd always give him like a big bear hug, and Miss Patterson's like, why are you doing it? And it was always to tee him off. And now, all these years later, he does that to me, and I'm just like, get away from, like, you've seen it in the channel if you watch, like, get away from, like, ew, a human embrace, ew. But we would end up having another class together in grade 10 and just sticking with each other throughout the years and having the same lunches certainly helped.
Yeah, and we took that, and we had a lot of classes throughout high school as well that we then were able to see each other outside of school, kept in touch through university, after university, and here we are.
University, I was at one university, and then I transferred to the one that you went to, and that
and we never saw each other.
No, that's not completely true. We didn't see as much as we wanted. And we also did stuff together. Like, we went to the mall a lot. We would go to sporting games and stuff like that a lot. We still kept in touch. We didn't hang out as much as we would have wanted, despite living 7 minutes away from the other one.
In university. But it was nice when because in the first year you went to a different school, transferred to my school the following year. So when I was in second year, you would have been in your second year had you stayed, but transferring over, it was your first year.
Yeah, and just like I think I've said this before, wherever one went, the other one just seemed to follow, and it was just one of those things where you couldn't, not that it was a trap, but it's like you just couldn't escape the other.
Really. You become inseparable at a certain point. I think that was kind of just
So that's kind of how that, and then the whole thing about the whole YouTube channel thing. When we were out,
well, I was gonna lead into it with a nicer, smoother segue.
Okay, let's go.
We're talking about university, and that's when this started. So what happened was this. So again, in 2011, the summer of 2011 was a big time for YouTubers and people like Shane Dawson and Smosh and all of these kind of original YouTube channels for taking off in popularity. And the majority of these videos were just vlogs. So in my infinite wisdom, I'm like, Michael, why don't we do this? We can become famous, ditch our day jobs and our schooling, and just move to California and make YouTube videos. This was how naive I was. So basically, I came to you with an idea. Well, no, because you were also kind of thinking along the similar lines.
Yeah.
When I mentioned it, you were like, oh, you know what? I was thinking about that too.
Yeah, because I was doing, well, this was the summer of 2011, you said?
That was when we did outside the house.
Okay,
Yeah.
so shortly after, I was doing reactionary videos and stuff that I took down and stuff. But here's the thing: I kind of agreed to it because wherever we went in public, whether it was the train, the mall, anywhere, people would listen in on our conversations and tell us way after the fact that they listened into our conversations and enjoyed it.
It was so strange how people on the commuter train would kind of lean over and be like, "Hey, you know what? You guys are really funny." And it's like, this wasn't meant to be. I know we're Italian and we talk loud, but not. I didn't think it was really that boisterous. And then there were other times at malls where people would be, we'd be having dinner at a food court, and they're like, "Thanks for the entertainment." It's like,
yeah,
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I always looked at it as a good thing.
That's glass half full, Mike.
I don't know. Talk to the pessimist here, but like I think that was at least good. So I thought like, yeah, that'd be kind of cool to do that, and we just talked about random stuff, but it was getting views.
Well, so basically, we were coming up with the inception of a show, and this was it was just like this. We thought we would just sit in front of the camera and just talk about life and just, have conversations and whatnot. And so then the first form of this took place in what was called the mock show. And that was, and that included a trailer that you and I shot outside of my house.
Yeah.
And we were wearing suits in the vein of a trailer for a movie. And we thought we were so cool. And my God, it is so.
But we can't
cringe.
But the thing is, so here's the thing. It was kind of like a parody of the Hangover 2 teaser, where the wolf pack is walking in the streets of Bangkok, but we're in suits, just walking on this unpaved, unfinished residential area in Oakville. But the funny thing was, so it was set to Jay-Z's Reminder. So we had that trailer online for years. And then 6 years go by, 7 years go, it was a long time, and we got hit with a copyright claim. And then they muted the video.
So you can watch the video. It doesn't have any sound. It's still online.
Is it?
I think so. Yeah.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I don't think so. I'm going to check
you check more than I do.
I don't think so, because I tried to look for it a couple years ago, and it wasn't there.
So we thought this would be our breakout into the scene, and it was so stupid, but it kind of made us realize what we were doing this for, and that was just to be able to look back at videos of ourselves when we were.
Oh yeah, it is still there.
It is still there. Yeah.
292 views.
Yeah.
Huh. Some YouTube channels wish they can do that and try, or not try. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, no sound.
Uploaded 10 years ago.
But it's funny because
does it make you feel old,
man. But it says but it says song reminder Jay-Z. Oh my God! I thought it was taken down.
So the nice thing though, so we basically, so this was the first. Yeah, that was he was laughing at when I walked onto the shot. So
you've grown so much since.
It's called the glow up, man.
Yeah, you did. You had a glow up.
So I was thinking, this was our first foray into it, and that channel lasted until about 2016.
Yeah, because the thing was
off and on for a few years.
Yeah, that's the thing is we wouldn't record for 10 months, and then we would record 2 or 3 right away, and then we wouldn't record for another 8-9 months, and it was just there's one episode where we were just talking gibberish, and it did I remember rewatching it. I'm going, what the hell was that? That was 17 minutes of hundreds of views. People liked it, but I'm like, there was no direction. We just literally, any random conversation, any random topic we just did. And then sometimes we would have the camera on top of a water bottle.
So we didn't have the budget for a tripod, so we used Nestle plastic water bottle to prop up the camera.
But those were some fun times.
But that was during university.
Yeah.
And we would meet up to have a drink after and talk about, just, go have an evening out. But it was something that you and I could bond over, given that we've known each other for such a long time, have been through lots of things together, individually. I'd like to just kind of mention that, again, for a show that was kind of aimless, we did have it last a long time. And it was, for us, it was the ability to make videos like this, to share with our friends, to be able to hopefully make them laugh and bring, something to their day, hopefully something good. And we would be able to look back and look at videos of ourselves from 10 years ago and point and laugh and be, look at it and being like, oh my God, we've come such a long way since then.
Yeah, there's a little cringe here and there, but that's life, right? That's with everything. But yeah, and then when coming into live chats, I don't even know how that really came about. You might have a better memory than I did, because obviously there was something there. People were watching. People at our university were tuning in and watching, and so I was like, there's got to be something there. And we would always have like these deep life talks, these live chats. That's so. People would obviously be listening in on our conversations, and whenever we were out in the city or something, like people would just take part and stuff like that. So I thought, what if we did something like that, where we just get in front of a camera, and then down the line we'd have friends come on and what have you, and just talk about deep life topics. Looking back though, there were some that maybe, I don't know, we could have done a little better. Looking back over the course of the pandemic, I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I'm probably not the best person to talk to about that. But you know what? Hindsight's 2020, and it's good to be self-aware now. But it's just that comes with the territory, though, right? Like, we were still pumping out content, and people for the most part really liked it, and really liked how deep and funny we would get sometimes. There's a few of our videos get hundreds and hundreds of views, so obviously there was something there, and even during the course of the pandemic, gaining a couple subscribers here and there, and you're just like, this channel is dormant. Like, but there was something there. Yeah. Right? So, and obviously, there was that joke, I don't know if it started in high school or whatever, but like, Harry Potter, Ron Weasley, because ginger hair or whatever, and yeah, and so it's been actually Ruby. Shout out
channel sponsor Ruby. Yeah, no, she wishes.
But oh god,
give us money.
We don't need a sponsor. We're doing just fine with everything else. But Ruby, how I met Ruby was through the channel, because she had watched the channel for a long time. What?
And how did she hear of the channel?
Well, through you.
Thank you.
Okay. But
Give credit where credit is due.
But I'm just saying, she's like, I remember she was like, what? I was getting to it. You didn't have to cut me off.
Sure you were. It sounded like you were moving on. Anyway.
No, I wasn't. But she was like, I hope you don't think this is weird, but I'm a friend of Kevin's. What is that?
Just continue.
Are you being like Madonna?
Continue.
Like, what is that?
Continue.
And she was like, hi, it's Ruby. I'm Kevin's friend. I watched the show, and I really like it, and you're very funny. And that's how I met Ruby. And then that's how we met Bronwyn, because Bronwyn worked with you.
Yeah. And that's how you met Bronwyn. Yeah.
What did I say?
We. Anyway.
Right. So that's how I met Bronwyn. Yeah. And so like this is why you share the channel.
This is why we get to get those views, man. To get the views. But yeah, no, it was kind of this most recent incarnation of this tandem was birthed from just the fact that we had done a couple of other productions that were a lot of fun, but we like to be in front of a camera, and we were thinking of, hey, you know what? We had some time. This was after we graduated school by a few years.
Yeah.
And this was 2018. And we thought, hey, you know what? It'd be nice just to kind of have something to do. Like, this is kind of like, it's more or less an excuse for two friends to hang out.
Yeah.
And that's basically it. So I think you were talking about something. I really don't know.
Yeah. So we were talking about 2018, and at that point, I was going through a lot of just stuff, and it seemed like a good time to start a channel talking about deep life things. And when we put the channel out and pumped videos and pumped content, I was getting messages. I don't know about you, but I was getting messages on Facebook and Instagram saying like, you know, thank you for doing these kinds of videos. You know, I'm going through a lot. Our family, our friends going through a lot, and it helped contextualize situations, and that I didn't expect. I mean, I expected people to have fun, but I didn't expect people to really kind of take in how deep and profound some of the things we were saying, which has been known to happen. But yeah, and you know, to find like the moments of humor in the stressors of life, I guess. But I found it very therapeutic for me looking back, and to find out that other people did too, was just very nice to hear and feel, you know.
But no, I think it's funny because I know a lot of you know, some relatives of mine have said how they enjoy watching this.
Yeah,
and it's nice to know that there is. But it's just nice because, you know, you want to be able to leave an imprint on the people that matter to you. Not for everybody. I mean, you want to be an actor, so you want to make that impression. For me, I'm more just getting to do this with you and sharing it with friends and having it mean something to us especially is very important. And there is a lot of therapy around just talking about stuff, and being able to share that with you has been a hell of an experience. And just looking forward to being able to share more of these memories with you and with you. So
yeah, and thanks Lot for the topic.
Thanks Lot for the topic. That's you know,
we might do
you still watch this channel.
If you do, I know, but Lot, whoever you are, would leave comments here and there, and we just never really talked. Well, we had talked about getting the channel back, but it was just a matter of when. And I'm like, we got to do it because Lot's waiting. So Lotte Karotte, whoever you are, guten Tag, and thank you for the topic.
Yeah, no, that's
maybe we'll do a Q&A one of these days. See how much we really know about the other.
Yeah,
but I think it's pretty good. I think we know really like each other pretty well. So.
Yeah, well, that'll be fun. That'll be fun. So look forward to that in the near future. Look forward to more episodes from us in the future. And we look forward to seeing you guys soon. Peace.